If you or your child struggle with eczema or any type of rash that feels itchier at night, we need to have a conversation about histamine. You've probably noticed a pattern. The rash feels fairly manageable during the day, maybe even like it's finally calming down, but then nighttime hits. You tuck your child into bed or you lay down yourself, and suddenly the itching becomes unbearable. Your child can't stop scratching. They toss and turn for hours. Maybe they cry or scream because they're so uncomfortable. And as a parent, it feels incredibly defeating, especially when you've been doing all the work. Maybe you've changed your diet. Maybe you've already started rebalancing their gut or yours. Maybe you've switched to microbiome friendly topical products, and still the itching gets worse at night. There is a reason that this happens. It isn't random, and it isn't because your or your child's body is failing. It's actually the body communicating with you. And when you understand why this happens, you are no longer stuck feeling powerless. By the end of this episode, you will know exactly what your next steps are to support healing, whether you are brand new to the podcast and only, or you're deep in your microbiome journey. Welcome to the Follow Your Gut podcast, the show for the woman who's ready to stop outsourcing her and her family's health and start leading it. I'm your host, Juniper. Every week, I'll teach you how to understand your body and your child's symptoms through the lens of the gut so you can take clear, confident steps towards real healing. This isn't about chasing symptoms or following trendy protocols. This is about foundational healing, where we get to the root of it all, your gut. I am so happy you're here. Let's dive in. Rashes, whether it's eczema, hives, unexplained red bumps, or even something like bug bites, almost always get itchier at night because of how your body naturally functions after the sun goes down. Your detox pathways, so your gut, your liver, and your lymphatic system, are designed to be most active at night. While you sleep, your body is meant to process toxins, clear inflammation, and reset. But when your body is overwhelmed and overloaded, when there's an overgrowth of bad bacteria, yeast, mold, fungus, or parasites, those pathways get sluggish. Your body is trying to detox, but the overwhelm shows up on your skin because your skin is your body's largest secondary detox organ. The other big piece here is histamine. Histamine isn't just from the food you eat or seasonal allergies. Your body produces histamine as part of its immune response, and when your gut is imbalanced or your body is overloaded with toxins, your histamine levels rise. What that means is more inflammation, more sensitivity, and more itching. And for so many people, those histamine levels naturally peak at night. I saw this with my son when his eczema was really severe. During the day, we could manage, but come nighttime, it was so heartbreaking and so defeating. His body would get so inflamed, he couldn't sleep. He would scratch so intensely that blood would be dripping down his cheeks, even with the little cotton mittens on his hands. He was scratching himself right through those. I was doing everything I could to help him. And at the time, I didn't understand why all this was happening in the first place. What I wish I had known back then is that it was the culmination of his body trying to detox and a rise in his histamine level that completely threw his little body into nighttime fits of insatiable itchiness. So let's talk about what you can do. The first part is to recognize that if your or your child's body is stuck in this cycle of nighttime itchiness, it's a sign that there is a deeper imbalance happening. It's the body trying to detox, but not having enough support to fully clear what's built up, whether that's bad bacteria, yeast, mold, fungus, parasites, or toxins. Usually it's a combination of a bit of all of that. That's where rebalancing comes in. The gut rebalance kits were designed to help your body clear those overgrowths and restore balance so your immune system, your skin, and your nervous system can all function the way they're supposed to. Including bind and remineralize are really important if you or your child have these nighttime flares. Bind is a fulvic mineral binder that helps flush out the toxins that are being released as you clear the bad overgrowths. It prevents those toxins from recirculating and overwhelming your body even more, which is often what drives those nighttime flares. Remineralize is an ionized humic mineral supplement that replenishes the minerals that support your energy, your nervous system, and your skin barrier. If you are already rebalancing with the ultimate option of the kit, you are following the food recommendations, you are all in fully following this healing method, and you still find yourself in this place, it doesn't mean that you are doing something wrong or that the kit isn't working. It doesn't mean that your body isn't healing or that you're not capable of healing. It actually means that your body is still in the process of clearing those deeper overgrowths. Healing isn't always linear, especially when there's been chronic imbalance for quite some time. Those flares show up as the body is pushing out the next layer of overgrowths, toxins, or inflammation. Your body is doing the work. It takes time and consistency, but you are already supporting your body in the most powerful way possible by sticking with your rebalance. The worst thing you can do when you get to this point is to stop. This is part of the healing. As your body moves into a state of balance, the nighttime itching will eventually calm. Your skin will start to heal, and those frustrating flares will become fewer and fewer. So, whether you are brand new to this, or you are adding extra layers of support, or you've been deep in the rebalancing process for a while now, you have to know your body wants to heal. It just needs time and consistent support. Beyond rebalancing, there are a few things that will be really supportive through this phase of nighttime flares. One of the simplest places to start is with your evening routine. The second half of the day is when histamine levels naturally tend to rise. So, leaning into low histamine foods for dinner and snacks will make a huge difference. Things like leafy greens, cucumbers, sweet potatoes, blueberries, and quinoa are all really beautiful options to support your body. You'll want to avoid high histamine foods or histamine releasing foods like tomatoes, citrus, avocado, leftovers, processed meats later in the day, because those can really trigger that nighttime cycle of itching. You can also look at your environment. Heat makes histamine responses worse, so keeping the room cool, dressing yourself or your child in loose, breathable clothing, preferably cotton and not synthetic clothing or pajamas that have plastics in them, and being mindful of gentle, microbiome-friendly skincare products all really help. And then one of the most important pieces that is so often overlooked is making sure you are intentionally keeping your drainage pathways open. Your body can only detox as efficiently as your pathways allow. And when those get backed up, the toxins recirculate, the inflammation builds, and that nighttime itching can feel so much worse. Your gut, your liver, your lymphatic system, your kidneys, they all need to be supported so your body can clear what it's releasing. If you haven't listened to episode 150 on preparing your body for rebalancing, it will be really helpful for you. I teach you all the ways to prepare your body, including how to open your drainage pathways. Whether you are just getting started or you've been in this work for a while, this is really important. It's a step people skip all the time, and it makes such a difference, especially when you or your child are stuck in a cycle of flaring. And more than anything, I want you to tune into what your body is communicating with you, what your child's body is communicating with you. Nighttime itching isn't random. It's your body saying, "Hey, will you please listen? I'm really overwhelmed. I need more support clearing this," which is exactly why I created the gut rebalance kits and the body biome kit, because the root of skin issues is always internal. When you clear the bad overgrowths and toxins that are overwhelming your system, your body finally has space to heal. No matter where you are on your journey, whether you are just learning about all of this, adding extra layers of support, or you've been rebalancing for a while now, it's important to know that your body is never working against you. The itching, the discomfort, even the sleepless nights, it's all part of your body's effort to heal. When you know how to support that process, the nighttime flares feel less overwhelming. You have the tools and the options, and most importantly, you have hope. You have to believe that your body, that your child's body is capable of healing. You've got this. Your body wants to heal. Now it's time to let it do exactly that. Before we wrap up, I love closing out the podcast with answers to your questions and your transformations. This is my favorite way to stay connected and support you, no matter where you are in your healing journey. If you want to submit a question, I open up a question box every month in my Instagram stories and inside our private community, the Rebalancing Collective. Watch for those. Send your questions and make sure you are subscribed to the podcast so you are sure to hear the answer. Now, let's get into it. A transformation, a question from someone who is never rebalanced, and a question from someone currently rebalancing. I want to share this transformation with you because I know how easy it is to feel skeptical or unsure when you are standing at the beginning of your healing journey, especially when your child is struggling and nothing else has worked. This mama was right there too. And like so many, what happened completely changed everything for her family. Here goes. My son's healing has been remarkable. I'm not going to lie, I was skeptical. So skeptical that I put off giving it to him for 2 months after receiving it. My son had never touched a fruit in his life other than in smoothies. The following day, after I introduced the Rebalance supplements, he woke up and asked me for fruits. I for sure thought it was a fluke, but it has been many months, and that is his breakfast of choice. We are still working on adding more food into his diet, but he's so open to trying new foods, something he would have never done a couple of months back at all. His constipation is gone. His KP is also gone. Our quality of life as a family has improved, and so has his life, and my husband and I rejoice in this fact. Thank you for your products. It has been a godsend in our little one's life. This is what happens when you heal from the very foundation of your body. When you rebalance the gut, your whole life changes. Your skin clears, constipation or other digestive issues go away. And one of the most remarkable things is the body really quickly starts craving the foods that feed the good microbiome. All right, question 1. How do you know it's time to switch to the maintenance kit after using the children's gut rebalance kit? This answer is going to be true for if you're doing the men's, the women's, or the children's rebalance kit. You will know it's time to move to maintenance when your symptoms, your child's symptoms, are completely gone. Their bowel movements are consistent and their skin and mood have completely stabilized. The rebalance kit is designed to clear the root issue, right? So the overgrowth of bad bacteria, yeast, mold, fungus, parasites, heavy metals, toxins. And once those are gone, the maintenance kit helps keep the gut strong, protected, and resilient. The course that comes with your kit also walks you through exactly how to know when your body, when your child's body is ready to transition into maintenance. Question 2, how do you know how to find what the root cause of eczema is? Eczema is never just a skin problem. It's a gut, liver, and lymphatic imbalance showing up on the skin because when our detox systems, gut, liver, lymphatic system, kidneys, are sluggish, When they're overwhelmed and there's a lot of inflammation in the body, our body resorts to our secondary detox pathways, our skin being the largest. The gut rebalance kit clears the bad overgrowths while replenishing the gut microbiome. That's why so many families have watched their chronic rashes go away as the body heals from the inside out. This is why topical treatments don't work because, again, skin rashes, skin issues, even this is true for acne, psoriasis, any skin issue, it's not a skin issue alone. It's coming from inside the body. So if you or your child are experiencing eczema, you will want the ultimate option of the gut rebalance kit and the body biome kit. This will heal your body internally while supporting your topical microbiome. Thank you for being here with me, for submitting your questions, sharing your transformations. And if you are rebalancing, make sure to join our vibrant community for the most loving and encouraging support. I know this road can be very lonely, but you do not have to do it alone. I will have it and the rebalance kits linked for you in the show notes. If this episode resonated with you, share it with a friend or a family member who's ready to lead her family's healing. Everything mentioned in this episode is linked down below for you in the show notes. Be sure to subscribe to the Nourish newsletter, also linked down below, so you never miss an episode. I will email you the latest episode every Tuesday morning. Everything shared on this show is for educational purposes only, not intended as medical advice. Until next time, trust your body and follow your gut.